Hello and welcome to another edition of Sandshark Bites. I'm your host Justin Jarrett, joined as always by James Duffy, and we are flying by the seat of our red corduroy pants today. We don't have a rundown, we're just going off the cuff.
If you thought it was bad before, wait till you're done with wasting the next 20 minutes of your life right here.
But we will have a little break in the time wasting where we talk to Newport Laparachkit and Keith Murphy from the men's golf team. And in fact, that's as good a place to start as any. Men's golf, this is almost practically breaking news as we talk about it. They just did it on Tuesday. They won the Bash at the Beach in Myrtle Beach, a Division I tournament, 16 teams, 14 of them NCAA Division I teams, 1 Division II, and USCB, and we came out on top.
Killed them.
Awesome stuff.
Killed them.
Itchy nose.
Yeah, that happens. I was not here last week, but I wanted to say that I did get to go and see the Sandshark Classic. I got to watch some of our fellows swinging away out there, and to see them win that one and then come back and win this one 2 in a row. Sandshark Golf is a force to be reckoned with.
They are on fire. Coach Danny Allen has done a phenomenal job of recruiting that team and working with them, developing them. And to see the way they're playing this spring is super exciting, and hopefully it will carry over as we go into the conference championship coming up in a few weeks, which we'll be hosting at Fripp Island, and then the national championship. So it's been an awesome season for them, and again we'll catch up with Newport and Keith in a little bit to talk a little bit more about it. But a great team and a great bunch of dudes, just a fun bunch of guys.
It is a great. That from top to bottom, that's a great group of guys that you got playing on golf this year.
They've got some characters.
There is a lot of character. There's a lot of shoveling snow in their youths. That must have been, because that's what builds character. My dad said.
There are a lot of Canadians, so yeah, that's quite possible. And women's golf has played well as well.
Yeah.
They've kind of been in the spotlight the past couple of years, being a top 10 team. But the men have stolen the show recently. But the women played well again this week. They had a little bit of a tough first round, but they came back in the second round and shaved 24 shots off their first round score.
Yeah, Blanca Porta really
third at Coker. Yeah, Blanca, the freshman, with a second place finish. So very good showing. And I did learn this morning that there was a good reason for them playing poorly the first round when they actually canceled the practice round because it was snowing at the golf course when they got there on Sunday. So we're not really accustomed to that down here in the low country.
You lose a lot of balls in the snow.
Yeah, unless you're playing the pink or yellow balls. Don't see many college golfers playing those balls.
Not too often, no.
But yeah, so it was tough conditions up there at Coker, but they rallied and played a good second round, moved up a spot, got third place. So pretty solid showing. And then we've got track and field. Man, they are killing it every week.
Yeah, every week. I mean, you don't have enough column inches to fill all the information that we're getting out of the track and field reports.
Well, this week it was 10 event championships, or individual event winners. 7 school records went down this week, and we tied another one. And we had 2 national qualifying standards. So it's every week. I mean, it's a rundown like that, and you think like at some point we can't get any better.
Right.
We can't keep breaking the record, but we keep breaking the records.
You just see like Gaither just sitting in his office going, "How am I going to make points this week and crush the opposition?"
Yeah,
I mean, just
it's early.
Yeah,
but we were looking at the Sun Conference performance lists the other day. And especially on the women's side, it's incredible. USCB is just dominating those performance lists. Now, maybe there are some people out there that haven't competed yet that we don't know about.
That's right. There could be sandbagging.
There could definitely be some sandbagging going on. But we're showing our hand, and it's an impressive hand. And I'm really looking forward to seeing how that team continues to develop. They're going up to Charleston Southern this weekend. They're only taking a handful, kind of handpick some people who will need to be in competitive races to try to hit qualifying marks and things like that. So we'll get to see Nick O'Neill's steeplechase debut this season. He'll get his feet a little soggy up there in Charleston, but there's quite a few going up, but not the full squad. So we'll see how they do this weekend. I'm sure we'll see some more school records.
So what are some of the highlights from this weekend? We got too many to remember. We don't have a rundown in front of us, but it's what were the A?
Let's see. A standard, Jahari Williams in the 200 meters. She won the 100 and the 200. Got the A standard in the 200 as well as the school record, which Maya Cooper had. And I'm sure they will duke it out back and forth, just like Maya and Faith Calloway have done, and a few others. There's some intra-squad competition going on there. And then Jaslyn Joseph got the B standard in the 100 hurdles and also broke her own record in the triple jump for the 3rd week in a row, and also won the high jump. So, yeah, we got some ballers, big-time ballers. And your boy Jacob, slightly less evil twin Hutchinson, tied his own school record in the pole vault.
It's like, I don't know. I never know. It's like 28 meters.
4.27 meters, whatever that is.
Yeah.
I don't know what that equates to. I only
15
know
feet.
5K is like the only metric distance I know,
Right.
and 10K. I can extrapolate any further Ks from that, but that's about it. So yeah, great showing for them. And again, they'll be back at it in Charleston, and hopefully many more great things for them.
Yeah.
The showing for baseball was mixed this week. Had a great weekend, swept 4 from Fisher, looked awesome doing it, and then took some lumps yesterday against Edward Waters. Lost 2 games. I will say, with an asterisk next to those, because not only are you throwing your midweek pitchers, but 3 starters sat those ones out to get fresh for this weekend. Cal Davis, Bobby Winthy, and Nick Payne all sat out. They're nursing little injuries, and they wanted to be as healthy as they can for this weekend because we got a big series coming up. St. Thomas, Los Bobcats are coming to town, and we'll get them Friday for one game at 3 o'clock, which I believe will be here on the County Channel.
It will be at the County Channel, 3 o'clock Friday.
And then a doubleheader at noon on Saturday. So come out to the park if you can and support the Sand Sharks in a big Sun Conference series. We're tied with St. Thomas right now in the conference standings at 6-3, so we need to get at least 2 out of 3 here.
And some good news: Tristan Triplett is not an ACL.
You're right. Yeah.
So we can be seeing him back in a couple of weeks.
Yeah, he should be back in a couple weeks. Chris Vasquez going back to the doctor on Thursday, so hopefully he'll be coming back shortly, and we'll be starting to get back to full strength and not be on our 5th shortstop anymore. Brandon Joyce has been doing a fine job the past couple games playing shortstop. But that is not his position, and I know he would much rather go back to third base. So hopefully we can get some of that stuff sorted out and get back to full strength and start making some noise.
Yeah, and it's still an amazing year for Sand Shark baseball. I mean,
oh,
you've
yeah.
got 4 guys that have pitched games with 12 strikeouts.
That's right.
Which hasn't happened 4 times in a year, let alone 4
Right.
times in the years before this.
Right, yeah. He did it in 2011. Julio did it last year, and then our top 4 starters have done it this year. Julio did it again. Cortesis, Ardini, and Zach Burke have all done it this season.
Really
Zachy is doing a great job as the pitching coach. Zach Roberts doing a phenomenal job.
testament to his work.
Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, we're still looking forward to big things from them. And the other thing is the pups, as Bam Christian calls them. They're getting a lot of work in on those midweek games. And sometimes you take the L, but you do it for development purposes. You get those young guys some work. And Noah Matthews hit a home run yesterday, first of his career. So, it's great to see those young guys developing, and that's the future. That's the future. And it's coming soon.
And you get that midweek game last week again, which I wasn't here for, but Charlie McGinnis hitting 2 home runs last week was really a moment that I wish I'd been there for.
That was in Columbia, but still good stuff.
Still, after being here for 17 years.
Yeah, I know. He's about 40 years old.
To get 2 home runs.
And then we got the other sport in season, of course, is softball. And the ladies have had a little bit of a rough patch, but they're battling through it. They're having the spirits are high. They're ready for another big road trip this weekend. They came back and won the last game at Ave Maria 1-0 to take 1 out of 3 in that series. The first game was a heartbreaker, lost in extra innings. Gave up 3 runs on a fluke play in the first inning, a Little League home run, and then came back and tied it, ended up losing an extra inning, so that was a tough way to go. But they're resilient. Despite being young, maybe they're too young and naive to realize they're in a rough patch. They're
right.
resilient. They're tough. They don't give up.
They've grown up in the win a few, you lose a few kind of mentality.
That's right.
But no more neutral sites for them.
Yeah,
Just neutral sites that's not our strong suit.
No.
We'll take it to you on your home turf. We'll take it to you
If it's a
on
neutral
ours.
site, let's make it our neutral site at
right.
home. So, but they're traveling to Weber this weekend, Weber International, number 11 in the country, which the conference is topsy-turvy right now because Weber got swept by St. Thomas. That wasn't supposed to happen. Ave Maria took 2 out of 3 off of us. That wasn't supposed to happen. Southeastern lost 2 out of 3 to Warner. They're number 3 in the country, so that wasn't supposed to happen. So everything's kind of upside down right now, and we're kind of waiting to see how everything shakes out over the next few weeks.
Pull out the rule book again to see how the tournament sets up.
Yeah, and only 5 teams make it too, so it's going to be a scrap to the finish to try to figure out who's going to get in there.
Won't be the first time, won't be the last, but we'll have to stand up and make a case for ourselves at some point.
Yeah. So it's been another very busy, very exciting week.
Busy,
you know, lots of great results, and always a good time to be a Sand Shark.
Yeah, even when it's cold.
And it is cold.
It is cold.
And Duffy is he's training. He's ready to take on all challengers at the LK 5K. 1 mile fun run and walk.
Challenge you to volunteer alongside me at the LK 5K, which is April 2nd, just a couple of short weeks away now.
April 2nd on a Sunday morning right here on campus. Going to be a lot of fun. We're going to send LK Larry Kimball off in style, although I don't think he's going to go very far, just across the Sun City berm. I think he'll still be around quite a bit. And we're going to try to raise some money for track and field facilities here on campus. So definitely, if you can't come out and run with us, I hope you can, but if not, you can always make a donation as well, or you can come out and volunteer. A lot of things you can do. If your business would like to sponsor, we can do that as well. You can find all the information on Run Sign Up, and there's a hot link actually, uscbathletics.com/LK5K. So you can get there directly from that link and find out all the information you need to. I'll be watching this afternoon to make sure people are signing up.
And the purpose of this fundraiser, really, the goal is to create our own track and field facility here on campus, and that's going to cost us about $450,000, $480,000 to do it right. And we want to do it right, and we want to do it with Larry at the head of putting it all together. From small things, mama, big things one day come, right?
That's right.
We got the seeds planted, and now we're just going to grow this facility. And we can only do it with your help.
That's right. So, yeah, help us out.
There you go.
And with that, let's talk some golf. Let's talk to the Giant Slayers themselves, Newport and Keith. That's coming up next on Sand Shark Bites. Joined now on Sand Shark Bites by the Giant Slayers themselves, or at least a couple of them, Newport Laparachka and Keith Murphy. You guys, we talked a little bit about it at the open of the show, but another fantastic performance, taking down the Division I field, 16 teams, 14 of them D1 teams, 1 D2 and USCB, and we come out on top. Guys, what was the feeling to go up there in front of a big Division I field and collect that first place trophy on Tuesday?
Well, it was very cold. It was cold and wet was the immediate feelings, but
we won.
Yeah, we won, and like we've been playing well all semester, so we were confident going in. The fact they were D1, I don't think that really mattered too much to us. The whole team, everyone contributed, so it's a good performance by everybody.
And you had just done it a couple weeks before, Newport. I know you came off the course at the club at Savannah Harbor feeling like, man, I left some shots out there, and you still finished in the top 5 at a D1 event as well, where you guys were runners-up and only missed winning that one because William and Mary had a great week. So, you know, how much has the confidence started to build week after week for you guys, knowing that you can compete with the very best week in and week out?
Well, you know, after the first event, I had a feeling that our team is going to do something great. And we just won 2 events.
Time to keep it rolling now.
Yeah.
You've played exceptionally well yourself, of course, top 5 at Savannah Harbor, won the Sand Shark Classic, another top 5 this week, as well as Keith finishing 3rd this week. Man, your game is just phenomenal. What has been the key for you this spring?
Well, I just made a lot of putts. That's it.
I know that you guys had a good fall. Not as good as you probably would have liked, and Keith, I know you struggled a little bit this fall. Came back in the spring, just lights out. What were you guys able to do during the break to get your game to the form that you're in right now?
Well, I went back home to Ireland for summer, and I got about a month and a half of solid work with my golf coach, James Nash. So we looked at a lot of things that went wrong last semester, and worked on a lot to swing the mental game, and it's really starting to show this semester. Well, I'm playing a lot better, and the team's doing really well as well. So the work I put in over Christmas definitely paid off.
Newport, what'd
Yeah.
you do over the break?
I did the same thing. Went back to California, worked with my coach for about 2 weeks, and came back.
All right, well, it's working, so keep those guys on speed dial. Make sure you
Yeah.
keep it going.
Yeah.
Another big event for you this week coming up, going up to Wilmington, not too far from where you just were, taking on another strong Division I field, and I guess at this point you're going in there thinking we're going to win this thing, right?
Well, I hope so.
Yeah, that's the plan. We never really go in saying we're going to win, but we know like if we do what we need to do and look after ourselves individually, as a result the team does fine. So the winning is just more of a result than an actual target.
Just keep playing shot by shot. That's it.
It's interesting because we had a great team last year, finished 8th in the country, and really Riley Shank and Bobby Dunphy, who's not cracking the top 5 right now, the only guys coming back off that team. So an all-new team, you never know what to expect, but it seems like this group has gelled together, enjoys each other's company, and obviously you have more fun when you're winning.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, Riley and Bobby, they've done well this semester. Yeah, the whole the whole team, it has gelled, and we're improving, getting better every tournament. So we're looking forward to nationals in a few weeks now. Be good.
Yeah, the Sun Conference tournament and then the Nationals, and I guess with the way things are going right now, the expectations are probably very high, right?
Yeah.
Hope to win a few more events.
Yeah, no reason not to.
Keep getting those W's, and the best we've ever done in Nationals is 3rd, so there's not much to go up from there, but I'm sure you guys have your sights set even higher than that.
Yeah, that's definitely the plan.
All
For
right,
sure.
well, thanks for joining me, guys. Keep playing that great golf, and we'll talk to you in a few more weeks.
Thanks
Yeah,
very much.
Thank you.
We'll be right back with more here on Sand Truck Bites.
At the University of South Carolina, Beaufort, we offer small classes, individual attention, and an affordable education in an atmosphere that fosters diversity and achievement.
We are students.
We field 9 Sandshark sports teams that compete in the Sun Conference.
We are athletes.
We are one university with 2 campuses serving the coastal areas of South Carolina and Georgia.
We are the Low Country.
We are the fastest growing 4-year school in the University of South Carolina system. We are USCB.
Told you, some good dudes on that team,
Yeah,
and
man.
2 of them right there. Murph was a little more uncomfortable on camera than Noop, but they're both very comfortable with the golf club in their hand, and man, they can play. It's a great team we got there, and proving to the world that we can compete with. It's not the SEC, but we can compete with schools you've heard of
Yeah,
for
right.
sure outside of the Low Country. So great job for those guys, and I'm really proud of them and excited for Coach Allen, and excited to see where they can go the rest of the year. Gonna be
Yeah,
awesome.
I missed the opportunity a couple weeks ago when at Oldfield here. Riley Shank's dad was here, and Bobby Dunphy's dad was here, and I didn't get a chance to say hi to them. And I wish I had. And if you're watching, hi. Sorry, I was the guy in the golf cart going the other way.
Looking like Mrs. Doubtfire. You'll never live it down. You make fun of my bald head, I'm going to
Yeah.
make fun of your Mrs.
Okay.
Doubtfire
All
hair.
right, it's on now. We got one more thing to do.
We do have one more thing to do, and that's to name the Sand Truck Bites Student Athlete of the Week. And we had some serious contenders this week. We
Yeah,
had
it took us a while to come up with
a
it.
couple more 12 strikeout performances. Those are tough to sniff your nose
Yeah,
at.
but that's not the threshold now anymore. I mean, if everybody's going to do it.
I
well,
know, everyone's done that. And then
Yeah.
you had Newport and Keith with top 5s in the D1 field. You had Blanca Porta with a tie for 2nd. And then, of course, all the track and/or fielders putting up great performances. But we felt like the A standard, the national standard, stood apart from the rest. So the Sand Truck Bites Student Athlete of the Week is Jahari Williams.
Yay.
Jahari winning the 100 and the 200 at Savannah State. And she won the 200 with a school record time and set the A standard. So she has punched her ticket to Gulf Shores, Alabama for the national championships. And she's the Sand Truck Bites Student Athlete of the Week. So congratulations, Jahari, and best of luck to you and the rest of the track and field team again this weekend and as you go forward the rest of the season. We're looking forward to that ring chasing, looking forward to that first Sun Conference championship in women's track. We feel good about it. So that's going to do it for us this week on Sand Truck Bites. We'll be back to do it all again next week, and we'll have plenty to talk about as usual. Until then, keep those fins up.